I think I'm live, but I'm not entirely sure. Right. Yep, there I am. Okay. Instantly start yawning. Instantly. Jesus. Right. Okay, so it's LiveTUBBSnews, so that basically means that I have some updates. Whenever that happens, it means that if there's like a Discord update or something's gone wrong with Discord, or got something's gone wrong with a channel or something on the Tubbs network, then basically I do a bit of a news announcement and basically just let you know, let you guys know what's going on and stuff. Okay, so what's been happening over the last day is that basically I began uploading videos to the Bare Feet Tubbs channel. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I began to upload videos to the Bare Tubbs channel, and the Bare Tubbs channel basically was doing fine, and then it got a community guideline strike. I never understood this on any of my videos because I'm usually very, very careful. But also it's feet. It's literally feet. It's literally videos of my feet. I don't understand. I mean, what I don't get it. Everybody has feet. It's I mean, if you show your foot in public in Western culture, it's not a bad thing. It's just a foot. You don't see people walking around on beaches or in fields and stuff with something on their feet. They are usually barefooted. So I don't get it. I'm not understanding it. And it made me very angry for multiple reasons. At the time, I was basically just like, right, fuck it. I'm actually done with YouTube. I was really, really just on the verge. Just yeah. I've calmed down a bit. I'm okay now. I destroyed some things on Star Trek Online. That was fun. Had a shower, had something to eat. God. Only when I'm on stream do I yawn. I don't understand this. I do not yawn. I just don't. I don't get it. So yeah, community guideline strike for no reason on several foot videos. Apparently, they basically said that this is that it's a thing. But yeah, somebody's been flagging the videos or something. I don't understand it. I don't know. I can't tell if it's an annual strike. In fact, if somebody's flagged it, or if basically fuck. And that's made my eyes water. By the way, I apologize if the stream cuts off randomly as well, because my internet's been weird just over the past couple of days. Anyway, yeah, so I basically so I got that and I was like, yeah, it's no big deal, one of the videos got community guidelines struck, whatever. And then it happened again. It happened again, and I was uploading 8 videos at a time when it happened again, and I thought that they just failed to upload, and that they didn't. They hadn't failed to upload. They had, in fact, uploaded. They just weren't published yet, and basically, it's because I couldn't publish them because YouTube had stricken me again. I thought they had stricken me once, but they basically apparently stricken me twice. And this time, it's not just. It wasn't for. It wasn't. It was apparently spamming. Apparently, they got me this time for spamming. Multiple videos. The thing I got wasn't actually a community guideline strike, although it was a community guideline strike, but instead of being regular community guideline strike, in fact, it was a spam, because they got me for spamming or something. They said basically that I had posted lots of the same video or the same kind of content. And here's the thing, they're not wrong. But they said that basically people, the reason why we don't like spamming on our content, on YouTube, is because we don't want people to post lots and lots of stuff of the same kind of thing. Oh, fuck. Okay. Somebody was moaning at me the other day because basically, whenever they don't like coming on my streams because they really don't like smoking and stuff, and I'll just say to that person that, like, one of the reasons why I have my pipe sometimes on stream is because it stops the yawning. Anyway, and I will stop it in a minute. Let me just. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, so it's spamming. They say that basically they don't like spamming because it distracts. They think that it's competitors of YouTube basically spamming videos to raise the amount of dislikes on videos, so that YouTube can, so that YouTube will go down and people will choose other platforms because they'll see a lot of content on there that they don't like. And I understand that, but people do this all the time. In fact, this is how people get noticed on YouTube. So what the fuck? You know? It's dumb. It's dumb because it's not like I do the same exact thing every single time. It's basically I do vary up a lot, and I basically try to. And I thought I was doing that anyway, but yeah. So it happens with 2 videos so that means that for 3 months I cannot upload anything to the Bare Feet Tubs channel. It's only got like 20 videos on it or something. So yeah, YouTube has spoken, and I cannot upload Bare Feet Tubs videos for at least 3 months. So anybody that's into that or is looking forward to a video of me doing that, or just looking at that channel in general, sorry. And I hope that the rest of the content on that channel doesn't go down. So hopefully the channel's staying up for now, but I don't know. I'm not going to take it down. However, I do not know what happens with YouTube. I don't know what YouTube will do, because basically this kind of bullshit happened on the Tankertubs channel, and it's it's not there anymore. So excuse me. So yeah. I've noticed that basically a lot of my videos, they have been I've had to put a lot of my videos in age restriction, and I've noticed that this was happening with the Barefeet channel, Barefeet Tubbs channel, for a while. It will basically, you know, because I don't see any adult content on there, because there isn't, I basically just don't age restrict that channel, and yet I get a lot of emails basically from that channel, basically saying that this video has been age restricted, and I get this a lot. And I don't get it. On everything else, you know, I can understand. Everything else, you know, the belly videos and stuff like that, I get. I totally understand. You know, shirtless people shouldn't be on YouTube. I don't really think that, but you know, whenever I appear shirtless in a video, I basically have age restricted that video from now on, or from a while ago onwards. Ever since, actually, just before Tank Tubs got taken down, I basically started age restricting the videos where I would basically have. I wouldn't be wearing a shirt, or basically I showed my belly in any way. I age restricted those. But yeah, it happens a lot to my videos that aren't even adult content, that I wouldn't consider adult content, just recently, and I don't get it. I don't think that it's like Tumblr. Tumblr has a very aggressive algorithm that basically anytime it super gets freaked out and triggered whenever basically it sees a lot of skin, or things that basically look like that could be a lot of skin showing. And I get that, and I think that YouTube's algorithm for detecting this stuff is basically, it's up there. It's getting up there. It's getting a bit Nazi-ish. So basically, yeah. So the only place that you can actually see all of my content at the moment is Pornhub. Apart from the stuff that isn't mine. So basically, whenever you see, like, whenever somebody sent me a clip from an anime or something, that stuff I'm not putting on Pornhub, because basically it's in my archive on Pornhub, because it's not my stuff. You know, I might edit it, but it's not my work, so I don't put that stuff on there. I have tried to put a lot of it on YouTube, but you know, sometimes it gets taken down and stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening. So that's the news. So that's the news with that's the Tubbs Network news. Barefeet Tubbs channel, for feet, has been discontinued for the time being, and again, I do apologize for anybody that was waiting for new videos to come out on that, but for at least 3 months I can't actually upload anything to there. I just can't. So yeah. I have, however, got all of those clips that you've seen on the Barefeet Tubbs channel, and some more are on the archive on Pornhub. So go for it. I think there's even a playlist that I started doing there. However, Pornhub, unlike YouTube, it's a little bit finicky with the way that you create playlists. You know, I understand how it's done. It's just that I haven't actually gone in there and organized all of the videos yet. Basically, I organize all of the videos that I have gotten comments on, because as you can imagine, there's a lot of videos up there already. There's already over 200 videos uploaded to Pornhub. So yeah. By the way, I have still got 700 videos to go. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what's up. In other news, I found out something stupid as well. Um, all but about. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to say that actually. Um, as far as and I don't know, people hate it when I talk about this, but as far as depression goes and stuff, I've been, you know, the whole not caring thing. It's continued. It has continued throughout the day. However, it's been less focused, I guess. I've gone from having a benign indifference to everything to basically uh, kind of getting it back. It's just slowly it's creeping back. But yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I think. I think I'm gonna be okay. Um. So that's all the news. That's all I've got to say news wise. So yeah. I'm gonna read the comments in just a second. Oh, yawns. After I keep my mouth busy. I know, Tubbs, what the hell is wrong with people? That's crazy. And I left a couple of messages on a couple of the videos you posted today, so I loved them. I don't blame you at all for being mad. I was angry, but that's kind of what snapped me out of my. That's part of the me caring thing again. Because at first I didn't care, but then it actually started building up in the anger center of my brain. So yeah, I was like, well, I can't be angry at it if unless I care about it. So this is progress, maybe. I don't know because that's bullshit. Bullshit. As always, all your videos you posted go straight to my faves list anyhow, Tubbs. Did you notice a couple of them disappear? Because that's what I mean. There's a couple of them that just vanished, and those are the ones that got the community guideline strike. Apparently, for to do different things. If that channel gets one more community guideline strike, then it is off of YouTube. Much like Tank Tubs, which got 7. You get 3 strikes and then you're out, apparently. And like I said, the Tank Tubs channel got 7 community guideline strikes all at once. So yeah. Oh, Jeffrey, they like me. They just don't like it, and it's fine. Well, that is the whole point of the Tubbs Network. Is that basically on YouTube? The point of the Tubbs Network on YouTube is so that basically if one channel goes down, then they don't all go down. So, and all the other channels are doing good. I think only one other channel has had this much random bullshit attention than this, and that's the it's either the inflatable tubs one or the glutton tubs one. So yeah. Hi Panda folks and hi FMF. How you guys doing? YouTube is weird. I got a community strike for a collection of videos that were already on the platform. None of the videos on the list got taken down, just my list. Yep. No, YouTube is weird. Like I said, I've noticed that there is a certain focus on a few channels out of the 12 channels that are on YouTube that are part of the network, and like there's like um, I'd say 6 of the channels that YouTube doesn't give a shit about. Um, 4 of the channels are on high alert. One of the channel has been the foot channel has been taken down, and another one of the channels is on is kind of on probation. I'm very picky about what I upload to those channels. So yeah, I am tapped that. So yeah, like I said, YouTube has a very weird. It's kind of like focused on certain channels. Oh, and this channel basically it doesn't seem to they don't seem to give a shit about this channel because this is only live streams and a couple of picked-ups. So yeah, they don't seem to care about this one. I don't know why, and I'm okay with it, honestly. I mean, I get the community, I get the copyright claims all the time, but again, this I don't care. They're just weird. They are just weird. I don't know. Right, and now I don't know what to talk to you guys about. Yeah, words fun. So what's up with you guys? You know, because I do care. I care about you guys. I care about people. It's just things that I seem to not give a shit about at the moment. What's new here? You're bunking or skiving off class. It's okay. Nothing new here. Oh, Star Trek Online wise, by the way, I've got a Galaxy class ship and it does the source of separation thing. That's fun. I also got it working with the Romulan as well, so that's cool. And it's kind of helpful. It's actually very helpful. There's so many random things on YouTube that I'm always amazed as of why they are there. But your content is great, and I'm sure others feel the same. Well, I know that basically, I've always been a very niche part of YouTube, and I get it. I get it, but I've always been very careful to post, not super saucy stuff on YouTube and keep it to Pornhub and stuff like that. It used to be kept on Tumblr, but so yeah, I just even though I follow all the rules, I still get punished, and it's annoying. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, Jeffrey. In case anybody who doesn't follow Star Trek, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna talk about Star Trek for a little bit. I'm sorry, I know people hate that sometimes, but I love it. A starship in Star Trek, Federation ships in Star Trek, are basically usually made up of two or three distinctive components, and basically you've got the primary hull, you've got the secondary hull, or the engineering hull, and basically, or the section, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got the nacelles, and you've got the pylons, and all that stuff that's around them. And basically, in the event of an emergency, the engineering hull is usually the thing that is the problem. So what would happen is that the secondary hull, or the primary, I would say the primary hull, because the engineering hull is the thing, can actually detach from the rest of the ship, and basically it can fly away and act as a lifeboat. This was the original concept anyway. Act as a lifeboat, while the secondary hull, or the engineering hull, basically has its emergency, or basically is leaking radiation, or is just going to explode. And basically it can usually get away to safety while this all happens in the engineering hull. Apparently this was a thing on Federation starships ever since the time of Kirk, and potentially before that. And I like to believe that basically almost all ships, almost all Starfleet vessels can actually have this capability. They do have other things that just in case this isn't viable, they can have escape pods as well. Most of them do actually have escape pods as well, but this is just a thing that can happen. In Star Trek Online, basically you can use this ability to detach parts of your ship to use as a multi-vector assault mode, which is basically just a fancy way of saying that the ship can become two ships and fight the enemy like you've got two ships. Multi-vector, instead of having one vector, you've got multi-vector. You've got two directions that the ship can go in and attack at the same time, assault mode. So there you go. So that's basically like Star Trek's starship stuff. So yeah, on Star Trek Online, basically, they use it as a fighting mechanism, whereas my Galaxy class, it was meant purely for preservation purposes. The whole reason why the Galaxy class has it is because the Galaxy class is big enough to actually have families on board, and they used to have families on board when, for some crazy reason, it's bonkers. They used to have families on board because the ship was so huge, and it's basically on long range missions. It's better to keep the family with the officers and stuff, so that they can actually have a home. that if you're in Starfleet, you don't have to give up having a family just because you're in Starfleet. And I like that idea. I do. I think it's cool. However, you are putting a hell of a lot of people's lives in danger because there are reasons. So many reasons. Yeah. Seriously, fucking Federation. What the hell was wrong with you? Oh, it's crazy. Personally, I like the idea of living on a starbase. Yeah, that sounds cool. I don't mind that. That sounds awesome, in fact. But on a spaceship, growing up on a spaceship, unless it's a privately owned spaceship, it's like unless your family owns the spaceship, I kind of feel like that would be a terrible idea. You're in. It's like putting families on aircraft carriers. It's just what the fuck is no. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I feel like every ship should be able to do this. So it's kind of annoying. But yeah, on Star Trek Online, I kind of felt like this capability should have been a thing from the get-go for every ship, for every Starfleet ship. And basically it's not. It's only available for certain ships, and it's funny. Seriously, I would love to live on Earth, Space Dock. I could have lunch and watch the ships come in. Exactly. I mean, that's what I mean. If you basically, and most star bases in known Federation space anyway, most star bases basically did have orbital star bases did have the capability. They basically were based on Earth Space Dock Mark One. Apparently, Space Dock has changed. We don't see it though. That's the problem. We don't actually see Earth Space Dock after the movies. But apparently, it has changed. They got they basically had an upgrade of another. They had Earth Space Dock One, but they also had like new Space Spire or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it's the United Federation of Planets headquarters. It's like a huge deal. They basically it's supposed to be Discovery kind of like did their own version of it, but apparently it's like been in a book and comics and all that stuff. But apparently it's massive, and it's like it's got like it's almost like a Deep Space Nine-esque structure, but with the Starfleet Space Dock kind of look to it, if you know what I mean. So basically, just imagine a huge mushroom with a piddly little kind of like stalk. That's basically what I imagine it to be based on the descriptions that I've heard. So it kind of would have to be that way because Earth Space Dock would have to be fucking massive to fit a Galaxy class in it. And like you did tell me this, that there's like a theory that they had a big door on Earth on a starbase basically, so they could show it in one episode that the Galaxy class could fit into Space Dock. Galaxy class can't fit into Space Dock. Galaxy class can't fit into Space Dock. The Galaxy class is way too big. It won't be able to maneuver, even if you could somehow fit the Galaxy class into Space Dock. It wouldn't be able to do anything, and it would have to be at a very funny angle to be in Space Dock. It's not possible. And somebody actually did say to me that basically, if that starbase that we saw was real, then it would have to be big. It would have to be bigger than the fucking Death Star Mark II. It would be crazy huge. They wouldn't be able to actually make it. it just wouldn't be possible. It would take the resources of entire planets to actually do it. So yeah. So I'm imagining basically just a really big, kind of semi-ugly mushroom with a piddly little stalk to basically fit, because it can actually fit a sovereign class in it. So yeah, in new Earth space dock or headquarters or a starbase, whatever you want to call it. But the Earth one has changed. It's either been upgraded to that, or it's basically been it's still there, but there's also the other one. So yeah, I kind of want it to be there, but yeah. Now I've got something in my eye. Again, only stuff that happens on fucking live streams. My eyes were fine. I mean, I just got out of the shower, and the shower always helps with the eyes. But yeah, now I've got eyelashes that are kind of just like pissing me off. Yeah, right. So yeah, living aboard space dock would be amazing. Living aboard space dock itself would be amazing. Not only do you have the great view of basically Earth and the solar system and the moon, but also you do get to see ships coming in and out of it, and you do also get to see ships outside of it. By the way, there was a proposed plan to actually have space dock actually have kind of a swing arm come out to actually meet the Galaxy class, but it would be too expensive to film. So basically, that's why they just did the redesign. Anyway. Memory Alpha doesn't have. Okay, I've got the tech manual. It gives you dimensions for space dog. That's crazy. That is it should have. Fuck those people. Yeah. I'm gonna read the rest of the comments. I just saw that and I was like, yeah, no, they do. I've got the blueprints for a space dock, so they'll be on that. You got me curious now. I'm bringing up the blueprints. The blueprints. Because they're on my computer. Of course they would be on my computer. Would they be a cool reference or just cool? I don't know. Oh, by the way, I've got K7 space. I've got the space station K7 blueprints as well. Okay, here we go. There we go. I don't know if you're able to see this. I might upload this to. That's the dome, by the way. That's the dome. This is from my book. No, that's deck plans for Voyager. That's not it. Okay, I can't find it, but I've got basically, like I said, I've got the deck. Basically got deck plans for it. There we go. 1,000 feet. Just looking at the scale. It says here that basically it's 4 to 5,000 feet in diameter, depending on what is docked. Actually, on the outside ring, because the outside ring is actually a docking section. Because it actually has extendable pylons. It's so great. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that is in meters. I suck at conversion. Anyway, all right, space dock. Right. Yeah, living on space dock would be great because you get a good view, depending on where your quarters are. Assuming that your quarters actually have windows, because a lot of the cabins don't actually have windows because it's a lot of space. There's a lot of space that's utilized in space dock. But then you've got all of the you've not only do you have like living quarters, but also you have access to a I'd say a park, but that's putting it lightly. You got access to what is it called? What do they call it? Recreation and administration. So this thing, this is the bulb. This is the layout for the bulb. So yeah, it's fucking huge. It's got a racetrack in it. It's basically like I said, it's a park, but yeah, that's in that bulb that's underneath the you know. But yeah, so you've got access to this. It's got a pool, by the way. It's got a swimming pool. But yeah, so you'd have access to that, and that would be great. But it's basically it's a proper city in space. It's awesome. See, I'd love to live on that. I could totally like live on that. Growing up on that would be great. That would be great. And then you get to see all the ships coming in and out, of course. I mean that's also good. But it's amazing. But yeah, looking at this thing, yeah, Galaxy class isn't fitting in this thing. Like I said, it can fit in it, but it wouldn't be able to do anything once it was in. Yeah, it's not. It wouldn't fit through the doors. By the way, it's got breakaway. The black sections on the underside of the mushroom. There's a rim around it that's usually lit up with blue lights. I don't know why, but what those are basically they're breakaway explodey doors. They basically explode off of the thing in case of an emergency with space dock. They can basically evacuate all of space dock by ejecting these doors, and the ships can then fly out of just the underside of it and then fuck off, in case space dock itself actually has got an emergency or something, so that everything isn't coming out of the doors, of which there are only two. In the original space dock, there are only two doors on either side. So yeah. Right. I so neatly have the blueprint tubs. I've got the blueprint in somewhere in the book. This is actually I've got the actual book that this comes from. But it's just handy to have a reference. It does, as they don't show it. They don't show it ever, but it's just that being on space dock is it would be great. It would be great fun. What are you gonna do? I do like the core that goes through the entire thing. It's actually a bunch of like huge turbo lifts. It's got turbo lift system in it, but basically it's got multiple turbo systems in it. But also it has a core lift, and it's also a power distribution node that goes through the entire thing, including the central, that garden that I was talking to you about. It's a huge garden, but it's basically got a big pole going right the way through it, and these are like huge elevators for freight, and also, they've got people. It's like a train. It's like a vertical train, but also it carries like the power distribution and all that stuff for the station. So yeah, it's amazing. I wish it was real. Yeah, I love Earth Space Dock. It's my favorite station ever. I have to go for 1 second. I don't have time to write the thing down or anything, but I have to pee, and also Damon is getting ready to leave for Salisbury. So, excuse me. Oh, good. Okay. The hatch on the door was not working. Right, Damon is on his way to Salisbury. So that'd be nice for him. How long is he going to be gone? Until Wednesday. Oh, no, shut up. Right. What are we talking about? Well, I know Star Trek, but there's a lot that covers a lot. What exactly? Yeah. Other neat blueprints. I've got a bunch. I was just looking at this random. I'll go back to the space dock ones. What do you wonder what the Voth city ship is like? The Voth. Were they the dinosaurs? I don't remember names of species very well. I can only imagine. They were the dinosaurs. um, I kind of felt like that was kind of stupid. I liked the storyline, but I kind of also felt that it was kind of stupid. I mean, it's great, but and over millions and millions of years, it's very easy to lose history. It's incredibly easy to lose chunks of history. So I get it, but it's still kind of stupid to me. If you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, the city ship. I just imagine that basically it's not really that fascinating of a design though, is it? It's basically, as far as I remember, it's basically a big pointy log. Vija was more interesting. And I've been blowing that thing up for the past couple of days. Like all weekend, I've been blowing that thing up. And the level cap is 65. It's not 70, right? Because I've been trying to get past 65 and I can't. It's not moving anymore. Yeah, I've been buying up a bunch of ships just so I can find a good one to use in combat and stuff. And yeah, all of the good ones seem to be ones that you actually have to buy with money. Bloody typical. Just occurred to me, why do they need vertical turbo lifts? I mean, horizontal turbo lifts in Enterprise. The ship is tiny. Anyway, right. So I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at the blueprints for it now. It's a bit teeny. And they've got these black lines, the thick black lines of turbo lift shafts. Why do they need them? They do not need them. It's pointless. Also, according to this, the captain is never, whenever they're calling up from the engineering, basically they might as well just use a hole in the wall or a tube because they're like one story away from them. It's just terrible. Still 7 decks. It's kind of impressive. But even then, it's not that much hallway. What I'm saying is that basically I can understand a lift, you know, because stairs are just weird. Although they manage it on the Orville, you know, I don't understand that actually. I don't know if is it turbo lift? Did they use a turbo lift system on Orville, or what? Or is it just I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, you guys. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about again. I think I might head off. What do I want to talk about? I'll leave you with this ship design because I like this ship design. Freaking neat. It's not. Yeah, it's not here. It's coming up to 9 p.m. So there's a funny ship on my screen now. Are you going to have food? Still, I've already had food. I've eaten already. It was yummy, and yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna. My sleep cycle's still out of whack, kind of. It's at regular human times at least, but I'm waking up really early, and I'm going to bed at like 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Waking up at 4. Yeah. So no, everybody else have a good day, night, whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'll think of something. Ugh. Belly rubs. Ugh, belly stretch. Belly salute. Have a good. I've already got to get that empty bottle out from underneath my chair. Keeps making funny noises. I'll be around. I don't know when, but I'll be